Hey everybody, welcome to Wanderlust Journeys. Today, we're going on an adventure, a cross-country road trip if you will. We're talking top 10 must-visit places in the good old US of A. Now, I've been lucky enough to travel all over this amazing country. And let me tell you, from sea to shining sea, it's got something for everyone. Whether you're a nature enthusiast, a history buff, a foodie, or just looking for some fun in the sun, we've got you covered. So, put on your comfy pants, grab your favorite snacks because we are about to embark on a journey to some of the most iconic, inspiring, and downright incredible destinations this country has to offer. Buckle up, everybody. Let's hit the road. First stop, folks, the Grand Canyon. And let me tell you, pictures just don't do it justice. Seriously, you could stare at this natural wonder for hours, and your jaw would still be on the floor. It's a mile deep, 277 miles long, and 18 miles wide. That's like a whole lot of canyon. You know, I hear people say, it's just a big hole in the ground. And to them, I say, have you been to the eye doctor lately? 'Cause you're missing out on some serious beauty. The way the sunlight hits those layers of red rock, it's like a painting that comes to life. And for all you hikers out there, the Grand Canyon is a dream come true. You can hike from the rim down to the Colorado River. Can you imagine the stories you could tell after a hike like that? I'd probably just make up a story about being chased by a mountain lion. But seriously, folks, the Grand Canyon is a must-see. Next up, we're heading to Yellowstone National Park, a place where you can practically feel the earth breathe. You've got geysers shooting hot water hundreds of feet in the air, bubbling mud pots that look like something out of a science fiction movie, and more bison than you can shake a stick at. And trust me, you don't want to shake a stick at a bison. They're like the bouncers of the animal kingdom. Now, Yellowstone is massive. It spans over 3,800 square miles. One of the coolest things about this park is that it's home to more than half the world's geysers. We're talking Old Faithful, which erupts every 90 minutes or so, shooting water over 100 feet high. It's like Mother Nature's own water show, and it's totally free. And don't even get me started on the wildlife. You might spot elk, moose, wolves, and even grizzly bears. Just remember, if you see a bear, play dead. But seriously, folks, Yellowstone is a truly wild place, and I mean that in the best way possible. Fasten your seatbelts, we're heading to the city that never sleeps. New York, New York. This city is a whirlwind of energy and excitement. First things first, you gotta check out Times Square. It's bright, loud, and overwhelming in the best way. It's like the whole world decided to have a block party. And then there's Central Park, a green oasis in the concrete jungle. No trip is complete without a selfie with Lady Liberty. New York City is more than landmarks. It's the people and energy. It's a city that will steal your heart and leave you wanting more. Get ready to roll the dice and hit the jackpot, folks, because we're headed to Las Vegas, baby. This city is all about bright lights, big dreams, and enough entertainment to keep you going for days. Just remember, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Unless you win big at the slots, then you can tell everyone. Vegas is like a giant amusement park for adults. You've got casinos galore, incredible shows, and enough restaurants to satisfy every craving imaginable. You can see a Cirque du Soleil show, catch a concert by your favorite band, or even go indoor skydiving. One thing you have to do while you're here is see the Bellagio Fountain Show. It's a mesmerizing spectacle of water, music, and lights that will leave you speechless. And if you're really lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of Elvis. But Vegas isn't all about gambling and nightlife. You can also find some peace and quiet just a short drive away at Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area. Next stop, we're heading west to the Golden Gate City, San Francisco. This city is known for its iconic bridge, its charming neighborhoods, and enough sourdough bread to satisfy even the biggest carb lover. First things first, you gotta see the Golden Gate Bridge. I mean, it's not called the Golden Gate City for nothing. This bridge is an engineering marvel and a must-see for any visitor. You can walk, bike, or even drive across it. I recommend walking so you can really take in the views. Just watch out for those seagulls. And speaking of food, San Francisco is a foodie paradise. From fresh seafood to award-winning restaurants, this city has it all. Another must-do in San Francisco is a visit to Alcatraz Island. This former prison is now a popular tourist destination, and for good reason. It's a fascinating glimpse into the city's history and a great place to learn about some of America's most notorious criminals. But San Francisco is more than just landmarks and attractions. It's a city with a rich history, a vibrant culture, and a whole lot of heart. Get ready for some sunshine and good times, folks, because we're headed to Miami. This city is all about beautiful beaches, Art Deco architecture, and a nightlife that's hotter than a habanero pepper. First things first, you've got to hit the beach. South Beach is the place to be, with its white sand, turquoise water, and enough beautiful people to make you question your entire skincare routine. But don't worry, you don't have to be a supermodel to enjoy Miami Beach. Just slap on some sunscreen, grab a towel, and soak up those rays. And speaking of soaking things up, Miami is also known for its Cuban coffee. This stuff is strong, like Wake the Dead strong. After a day at the beach, be sure to check out the Art Deco Historic District. This neighborhood is a feast for the eyes, with its pastel-colored buildings, geometric designs, and neon signs that will transport you back to the 1930s. And speaking of conga lines, Miami is known for its vibrant nightlife. Whether you're into salsa, hip-hop, or electronic music, there's a club for you in this city. Get ready to brush up on your American history, folks, because we're headed to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. This city is full of iconic monuments and world-class museums. Just remember, don't feed the politicians. First things first, you gotta see the White House. It's the most famous address in America. And speaking of history, D.C. has some of the best museums in the world. Another must-do is a visit to the National Mall. It's home to the Lincoln Memorial, Washington Monument, and World War II Memorial. But seriously, folks, Washington, D.C. is a must-visit. Get ready for some Hollywood glamour, folks, because we're headed to the City of Angels, Los Angeles. This city is all about sunshine, celebrity sightings, and endless entertainment. First things first, you gotta see the Hollywood Walk of Fame. It's a must-do for any movie buff. You might even spot a celebrity or two while you're in LA. Explore West Hollywood, Silver Lake, or Venice Beach. Just be prepared for the traffic. LA is also home to some of the best museums in the country. Just be prepared to be amazed. But seriously, folks, Los Angeles is a must-visit. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're headed to the Windy City, Chicago. This city is all about stunning architecture, world-class museums, and enough deep dish pizza to satisfy even the hungriest traveler. First things first, you gotta see the skyline. It's one of the most recognizable in the world. You can take a boat tour on the Chicago River for the best views, or head up to the sky deck at Willis Tower for a bird's-eye perspective. And speaking of pieces, Chicago is also known for its deep dish pizza. This isn't your average pizza, folks. This is a culinary masterpiece. It's like a pizza pie, but deeper, cheesier, and more delicious than you can imagine. After you've had your fill of pizza, be sure to check out some of Chicago's amazing museums. You can explore the Art Institute of Chicago, the Field Museum, or the Museum of Science and Industry. And speaking of blowing your mind, Chicago is also home to some of the best live music venues in the country. You can catch a blues show at Kingston Mines, a jazz show at the Green Mill, or a rock show at the Metro. But seriously, folks, Chicago is a must-visit. Get ready to laissez les bon temps rouler, folks, because we're headed to the Big Easy, New Orleans. This city is all about jazz music, delicious food, and a party atmosphere that never seems to end. First things first, you gotta experience Mardi Gras. It's the biggest party in the world. The streets are filled with colorful floats, marching bands, and people dressed in elaborate costumes. And speaking of parties, New Orleans is known for its vibrant nightlife. You can catch a jazz show at Preservation Hall, listen to blues music on Frenchmen Street, or dance the night away at a club in the French Quarter. After a night of partying, you're going to need some delicious food to soak up all that alcohol. Luckily, New Orleans is a foodie paradise. You can try some gumbo, jambalaya, po' boys, beignets, and more. And speaking of hearts, New Orleans is a city with a lot of heart. It's a city that's been through a lot, but it's always come back stronger. It's a city with a rich history, a vibrant culture, and a whole lot of soul. Just be prepared to fall in love. New Orleans has a way of stealing your heart. Well, folks, there you have it. 10 of the most incredible, most inspiring, most must-visit places in this great, big, beautiful country of ours. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to pack my bags and hit the road. From the breathtaking grandeur of the Grand Canyon to the vibrant energy of New York City, from the glitz and glamour of Las Vegas to the soulful sounds of New Orleans, the United States has something for everyone. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and explore. And be sure to subscribe and share your adventures with me in the comments below. See you next time.